Lucid Motors. Lucid Motors is an American electric car maker with a vision to usher in the next generation of electric cars. This auto company only entered the scene a few years ago, and in that time, they have achieved quite a lot. Only recently, the company launched its new electric car factory, fitted with high-tech equipment, and many analysts have claimed that they have the potential to take on Tesla, who currently occupies the top spot in the EV industry. In this video, we will bring to light the innovations at Lucid Motors factory and their current and future plans. Stay tuned guys, as this video promises to be exciting and informative. Lucid Motors ultra-modern factory. In a bid to match the competition posed by Tesla and other electric car makers, Lucid Motors launched a new ultra-modern factory. This factory, located in Casa Grande, Arizona, will be the birthplace of their new luxury sedan, the Lucid Air. The building is planned in phases, and the first phase was completed in November 2020. Currently, the full production of the Lucid Air electric car is already underway. The first ever edition of this car, the Air Dream, will be released to the market by mid-2021. To improve capacity, the management chose to segregate the facility into two parts. One part of the factory will house the car assembly plant, while the other part is dedicated to the production of battery packs, inverters, and drive units. The long-term plan for the factory is to boost production to its full capacity, to produce one car every 10 minutes. Under the Phase 2 arrangement, production will be increased to hit an output of 34,000 to 90,000 cars a year. The expansion drive will also include an additional production line for the future Gravity SUV planned for 2023. As the demand for their cars increases, Lucid Motors plans to produce about 400,000 cars yearly in its facility. Lucid Cars. In the years since its founding, Lucid Motors has released the Lucid Air. The electric car is by far the company's most successful release to date. Unveiled in 2016, the mass production of this car started in 2021. It has a 406-mile range and a projected output of 480 horsepower. The car maker also plans to release the car in different editions, namely the Air Touring, Grand Touring, and the Dream Edition. The starting price after tax for these cars is $69,900. Success and origin. Lucid Motors was founded in 2007, but it was not known by its name back in the day. It was called Ativa, and cars were not their main focus. They majored in powertrain battery production for other electric car makers. Then, at some point, the management expanded their focus to include car making as part of their portfolio. As of 2016, the car company had only 500 employees, many of whom had worked for other auto companies such as Mazda and Tesla. The current head of the company was a former VP of Tesla's engineering department. The former head of design at Mazda North, Derek Jenkins, also joined Lucid. During this period, the company has enjoyed regular streams of major investments from venture capitalists such as Venrock, Jafco, Mitsui, and Sing Capital. In 2016 alone, all of them provided investment worth about $131 million to Lucid and remain investors holding Lucid portfolios. 2016 was the same year the company announced its decision to go into car manufacturing. Then in November 2016, plans were announced to build the Casa Grande factory, worth about $700 million, with a capacity to employ more than 2,000 workers between 4 to 5 years after completion. The initial plan was to build just 20,000 cars and gradually increase output to 130,000 cars a year, but that plan was shelved for a greater production output not too long after. The coming of the Saudis. The turning point arrived when on September 17, 2018, it was revealed that the top management of Lucid was in talks with the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund for an investment fund worth $1 billion. The fund was completely released in 2019, and ever since, operations have hit top gear. For instance, the engineering and testing of the Lucid Air car has been completed. Also, the first phase of the car factory has been completed. Furthermore, a worldwide retail strategy has been formulated to market their cars in other countries. To further highlight the potential of Lucid and the willingness of investors to invest in Lucid stocks, In February 2021, another deal was announced between the company and Churchill Capital Group 4. The merger arrangement is valued at $11.75 billion. Churchill is a special purpose company that acquires major stakes and enters into partnerships with business enterprises. This merger and the investment from the Saudis has transformed the fortunes of a company that once occupied the fringes of the industry for so many years. High-tech innovation. The factory will serve as a test site for innovative production strategies and designs using high-tech equipment. Currently, there is already a prototype test centre for the construction of their cars. This factory embraces modern production systems, synonymous with what is obtainable at aircraft assembly plants, with bonded and riveted monocoques replacing regular spot welds. The factory will also be equipped with tools and devices that will increase output, so as to meet up with the set target of producing 30,000 car units for a start and then scale up production gradually. Arizona was selected for several reasons. This location was ideal for its existing car supply chain, geographic location, surrounding infrastructure, talent pool, sufficient space for future expansion. There are also plans to add a water-based paint factory with the necessary infrastructure to meet the needs of the production. In total, the development of the factory will be done in 4 phases. Already, Phase 1 has been completed, so process is ongoing with plans to finish all 4 phases by 2028. At full completion, Lucid Motors' Casa Grande factory will occupy a surface area of 999,000 to 5.1 million square feet, with a capacity to produce 400,000 cars a year. Stocks and shares. It didn't come as a shock to analysts when their share price witnessed a spike, especially after news about the merger with Churchill Capital Group. When the deal was finalised, Lucid's share price dropped in value, but this was only a blip. Not too long after, it started to gain once more after a bullish run by investors. The merger with Churchill Capital will provide extra funding worth $4.4 billion in a private equity deal. For those who may not know, deals like this have become very popular due to the financial strain caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. This arrangement has been utilised by many companies seeking fresh cash injections into their coffers. In the electric car industry, Tesla has used private equity to its advantage. By following the footsteps of other companies, Lucid is gradually positioning itself as one of the most profitable electric companies to invest in. Plans for the future. Going public was a major move the company had to embark on sooner or later. As they move forward towards their ultimate goal of completing the Phase 4 construction of the factory and the launch of the luxury SUV in 2023, there is bound to be a tectonic shift in the competitive electric car industry. Plans are already underway to increase the workforce from 2,000 to 5,000 by 2022. Lucid is also preparing to challenge the dominance of other rivals like China's NIO and most especially Tesla. With a legion of big-time private and institutional investors, the company will have an abundance of cash reserves to aid its growth. Some of the high-profile investors, aside from the ones mentioned at the start of this video, include Fidelity Management, BlackRock, Neuberger Berman, Wellington Management, Winslow LLC, and Franklin Templeton, not including the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund and Churchill Capital Corp. However, we should point out that Tesla still occupies the #1 spot in the industry and is the 5th most profitable company on the planet, with an almost limitless cash reserve. But due to the major moves companies like Lucid and NIO are making, we wouldn't be surprised to see them claw away some of Tesla's market share in the near future. Though Elon Musk and his cohorts will certainly have counterplans of their own. Lucid Air will be the first car to be released at Lucid Motors factory at Casa Grande in Arizona, and there appears to be more in the coming years. Do you think the company will be successful long term? Will it be able to match the global reach and innovative brilliance of Tesla? Let us know what you think by leaving a comment. Also, click the subscribe button so you can get notifications whenever a new video is uploaded. Thanks for watching.